Hi everybody, this is Shauna from Shauna.Plans on Instagram and here on YouTube. Last Sunday we started making this planner in Keynote. I'm not a Keynote expert, I'm just doing my best fumbling through. We spent about an hour last week, so I cut the video off and thought I would wrap up how to finish this planner for this week's video. So last week we used these PNG stickers from Linny Digitals and the texture stickers, the background and the tab textures from Shadowcat Digitals. And we kind of made the framework of this planner. So the cover is just a plain blank background that matches the rest of the planner. And then this is our index page. This is January, and you can see one of the things I really liked is that we made the tabs move. So now we're on February, and the February tab moved from this side of the planner over to this side of the planner. Here is March. Here is a tab we called stickers and a tab we called blank. So let's go back to the first tab and let's add some links to our index page. So we're going to go add and shape, and there is a text box here. And when you tap it for let's not do that, undo. When you tap it for some fun reason, it puts the text, I've got two here, in the middle of the page. And because it's dark in the middle of the page, you can't see it. I'm actually going to go into cancel. I'm going to go into the slide layout and just remind myself what text I used because I don't remember. So we'll go into the edit slide layout and I'm just going to go to the text here. So we use the font called Celine. So I'm going to say done, and now I'm just back on my regular page. I don't want to edit this on the slide layout because I just want it only on this page. So let's go back now. We'll pick our text. I'm going to grab this little text box here and I'm going to hit the paintbrush and I can make some changes. So that text, the font that we used last week was Celine. So we're going to stick with Celine. I'm going to pick black for my color and we need to make it bigger. You can see it's getting bigger. Another thing you can do is you can use these preset paragraph styles. I like to just fiddle with it. And I just drew on there. Okay. So this is our index. So I'm just going to make this like a title. And I gotta stop drawing on my screen. Okay, so there's my index, and then we're going, I don't need to link the index page because we're already on it. It's just a title. But just because I don't want to fiddle too much, I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to make my items a little smaller. That was 55, so we'll go with 40. Okay. And this will be, oh, that's not how you spell stickers. So this is stickers. And I'm just going to move that and center it. Copy that. Tap, paste. And this one will be blank. There we go. So now each of these I want to make a link. So when I tap it, this link comes up here and I'm going to link it to a certain slide. So my sticker slide is slide 6. Done. And this one, link to slide. My blank slide is slide 7. There, so now you can see those both have links. They've got the little arrow on them showing that they are linked. So that's my index page all set up. Now we have my January page. So I'm going to copy this 6 times so that I have potentially, like some weeks you need 6 rows to cover all of your possible weeks in the month. So I'm going to do 6 so that I don't have to do like a box that has 30/31 in it, because I don't like that. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're on February. So we have January, this is our monthly, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6, and then we're on February. Okay, so I'm going to make a calendar. If I go here and I choose a table, and I'm just going to pick this plain table, and now I need, there's 7 days in the week, so, and 6, and we've already said we're going to do 6 weeks, so I want 6 here, and I want 7 here. And I gotta stop drawing with my pen. Okay, so now we've made this lovely calendar. So I already see a problem with it. It's not really gonna fit all that nicely on any of my pages. So I'm gonna actually bring this back. I'm going to stop drawing on my page, I promise. Or I won't, but we'll keep erasing it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this back to 4. And I'm going to shrink it so that it fits on my page. And so you can see how it's sort of fitting all the columns in. And I'm gonna leave a blank space at the top that I can decorate, or I can put the month name. Okay, so I kind of like, actually, I think the yellow tone kind of works with my brown, but let's go here. Oops, let's have our table selected, and now I've hit the paintbrush. So you can edit your table here. I'm gonna go to cell, and I'm gonna go to cell fill, and under preset, if you swipe to the end, we have no fill. So now you can just see the texture of the paper behind it. You can see that kind of shadow there is showing through the cell boxes. We can also change the cell borders. We can make the outsides and the insides different thicknesses, or different however, but I like how they are. Just to show you though, you can see here this changes the outside border. It's gotten quite solid. I don't like that, so we'll just undo. Way back to 1. No, we still need one more undo. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to copy this calendar and I'm going to paste it on this side, only I need one less column. Now, unfortunately, when I remove the column, it keeps the same outside size. So I just need to line the calendar up on this one just to make sure I have it the same, or really close to the same. So now the yellow line is showing me that I have them lined up the same, left to right. I'm just going to center this a little bit on the page so that I have the same distance from the top and bottom and the sides here. And now I want this one to be the same distance from the bindings as the other side. So now we have 2, 4, 6. So we have a calendar. The next thing we need to add in is our days of the week. And I'm going to do that. You can add your text in, you can leave it blank. What I did for my other planner I made is I inserted another, no. I copied this again and pasted it, but I changed it to just 1. And I shrunk it down we'll do 25 points for the height. You see the little number there? And I'm just gonna shift it a little closer. And now with that box selected, I'm gonna go to my paintbrush and I'm going to go to my cell border, and I want my border style. Oh, this one took me a while. No border. I want my line type to be none. You can see I still have the center bars. So we're gonna go cell border, and it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. No border. Did that get rid of it? I got rid of 1. I don't know why it won't do the whole box. Let's try the whole table. We want no table outline. I remember struggling with this when I did it before too. No border, no border, no border. Here we go. No border. Did I get rid of it? Yay! Okay, so now we have a box here, even though we can't see it. It's hiding. But we can still put text in it. And I'm going to change my table font to Celine so it matches. And now I'm going to fill it in before I forget. It's not Monday because Monday will, I like Monday start. You can put whatever days you want in. So I'm going to fill it in now so that I don't forget that I've already put that table there. And then we need to just change our table font size. You can see all the words are getting smaller so that they fit. So right now, we've got the one side done. So now we're going to do the same thing for this side. Copy and paste. Now I have a table that's way bigger than I need. I only want 1. So I'm going to line it up. And we had it at 25 on the other side. So we'll do 25 here. And we'll just line it up so it matches. You saw the little yellow line snapped it into place. And I'm going to select the whole table and see if I can remember how to get rid of all my borders. All right, no border. No border. No, oop. We still have a border. I don't know what we're doing now. Undo, undo. Okay, back to my borders. That one already says no border. Okay, got it. I'll go back to the table. And we want to change this to Celine. And let's put in our days of the week. Monday. And again, if you like to be Sunday start, you can do that. And then let's just reduce the font until it looks like it's about the same on both sides. So now I have my days of the week. I'm going to go to my plus here and choose shapes again and choose text. And again, it puts it in the middle of the screen, which is just silly. And we're going to put the month name here. Hit the paintbrush. And change it to Celine. Okay, and now we can make it like 60. What does that do for us? Okay, there we go. So we have our monthly set up. You just have to put the numbering in. Now what I did is I made a little box and I made it so that it fits beside my week here. And I made the opacity 0, so you can't see it. The box is a secret box, but we can link it to each week. So I'm gonna go copy and paste. Paste, and I'm lining it up with the box above. You can see that yellow line sort of snaps it into place there. And I just want it to be kind of centered on my calendar as well. You can also not do the opacity until after you have it in place so that you can see what you're doing. But then you can't copy paste, because you have to go in and change the opacity on each box. This one just does not want to line up for me. Okay. So this is slide 3. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to be our February. So this one I'm going to link to page 4. Done. This one we will link to page 5. This one we will link to page 6. This one we will link to page 7. 8. And 9. So now if you go start at the monthly tab, it'll link you to each of your weeklies. So now we can set this all up for February. So if we tap this and we can say select objects, and we can say select all because everything else on this page is part of the layout. It's not part of what we've just done. So the layout's locked underneath. So I can copy this and we'll go to slide 10. I'm gonna hit tab and paste. And so everything comes over, the links and everything. So we just need to change them. So we have February. Now, I did this on purpose so that you could see. I don't want to copy now because I already have everything here. So I'm going to say add slide, and I'm going to add my February slide. So you can see it stuck a new February in. So we're adding a February template because last week when we set this all up, we set up this template and saved it. So it's the same as going duplicate. So now I've added 3, 4, 5, and 6. So February is page 10. So now we're going to have 11 through 16 are going to be our weekly. So if we go to here, we want to tab this and we want to edit this link. So we don't want it to be 4, we want it to be 11. Link settings. So this one will be 12. This one will be 13. This one will be 14. And 16. So now we have February all set up. Probably February we're never gonna need 6 weeks, but it's a little bit easier just to keep it consistent. Okay, so now slide 17 is March. I haven't selected anything else, so I can just hit paste and it's gonna put it right back on for me. And you saw how it actually lined it all up exactly because we selected everything on the page and we're just copy pasting it straight down. It just remembers it super easy. Oh wait, we're not on February, we're on March. I'm just going to, what did I do? Undo. All right, March. So now, same thing, we need to insert our March/back. So now that's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6. Okay, so 17 is our monthly. So now we need to edit these links again. So link settings, and we're at 18, link settings, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. If we just look, we know the last 2 slides are our stickers and our blank page, so 23 is our last weekly. So that's all set up the way we want it. So now I'm going to go to my very first weekly. On my planner that I made for my own work, I set up some boxes here to do my daily tasks. So I did 6 boxes because I set this up as a work planner. So the weekend I really almost never have to work. So the 7th, I can just combine Saturday and Sunday into one box. I don't need 7 boxes because this, when I set up for me, it was that planner. But we could do it all different ways. I'm going to choose this box again, and I'm going to hit the paintbrush, and I'm going to turn my fill off. So now I just have a border, or I'm going to put my border on, and I'm going to make it a little heavier. So this is a box. Now I did it so that I had 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could change it so that it's 7 boxes on this side, and that leaves your other side blank to do whatever you like. So let's copy, paste, and we'll just line this up. And we'll just do 7 of them. So if you let it, it will automatically snap them so that they're the same distance apart. I mean, you can force it so it doesn't, but we want them to be lined up and the same distance. So I got too many arrows now, which makes me think that maybe one of these isn't lined up. I think it's this one. Look at how it's doing extra arrows up there. I don't know. 2, 4, 6. We need one more. Okay, so now I'm going to select objects, and I'm going to select all of these and say done, and I'm going to group them. And now I can squish them and I can resize them, and they maintain all the same shape and the same distance from each other. All the ratios stay the same, and I can just move them around, and I can size them to fit perfectly on my page like that. So they're still grouped. And you can see some of your other tools. We did this last week. I can change the size just by 1 little pixel at a time using the size and position. There's other things you can do as well on this space. That's all I want to do. So that gives me my 7 boxes for a weekly spread. I put little lines inside mine, and I did that just by taking the line tool, snapping it straight, and then I changed the color to a lighter gray, and I put it where I needed it. And paste. There it is. So there's some lines inside the box. I'm going to do the same thing as before and select objects, and I'm going to select all 3. I'm going to say done, and I'm going to group them, and then I can stretch them so they fill the whole box. And I had to stop using my pencil. Okay, and now I'm going to copy, and I can paste these into each box. Oops. Copy, paste, and we'll just line it up. That one didn't snap in place. There we go. And so you can put lines in your boxes to help you write if you want. There we go. So we can use the rounded square. Hang on. I always like how the rounded square looks as well. We can put that here. I don't know what you would put in it. let's go to the Style tab, and we'll take the fill off. We'll turn the border on. I'll make it dark gray because I can, and we'll just beef up the border a little. I don't know what we'll do with that, but you can see how you can set out the layout. And then we'll go, oops, I didn't want to add that to shape. What are we doing here? Okay, so select objects, and I want to select everything on this page again. I'm going to tap that, say done, done, and group. So now that's selected everything on the page. So if I pick it, I can say copy, and I can go through and I can paste this on each of my weekly pages. I could, if I wanted, also put this, make a weekly layout and paste it on, but then the linking is going to be a lot more heavy duty. The other thing I could have done is set up this and copied it on the first weekly tab, and then when I duplicated each one, it would have just automatically come through with the duplicating. So there's a few ways you can do that a little quicker than what we're doing here. But because this is a small planner, it's not too bad. So there we go, we have it all set up. Now you could decorate this, you could put a closed, if you had a planner that has the open insides and the closed front, you could put your closed front on here. The planner I used from Lenny Digitals is only an open view, so I didn't have one to put here, and it's fun to decorate with all the different PNGs and everything that you can get. So I left this blank. I'm gonna go to my presentation tab now, and I'm going to select it, and I'm going to share, export, and I'm going to export it as a PDF, and I just leave all the defaults, and we're going to export and save to files. I put everything in my downloads, and there we go. Now I'm going to turn my internet on, and hopefully we don't get too many notifications. It's pretty late, so it should be all right. So I'm going to go PDF compressor and just grab the first one that comes up, upload files. I'm going to go choose to files, go to my downloads. Nothing's in order. Let's sort by date. So here is the presentation we just made. And what this is going to do is it's going to significantly reduce the file size, and you won't even notice. If you're looking at the planner, visually, you won't even be able to tell the difference. So it just takes a minute. It's pretty quick. I'm going to say download, download, and you can see it should show up. It's not showing up. Download? Here, download. There we go. So there, and the little arrow bounces. Oh, it did do it. Oh, I don't even know. I think I downloaded it twice. That's okay. So now we're going to go to files, and we're just going to ignore all of the other stuff in my folder that's a big mess. So this is the first one that we did. It was 8 megabytes. This is the compressed one. It's only 869 kilobytes. So you can see it's significantly smaller. I'm going to go into GoodNotes and import, and we'll import our little planner. And here's the planner I made. So I'm going to turn off my tools. If we go to the first page, the zipper should take us to the cover. Each of these, this should have taken us to the second to last page, and it did. This one should take us to the last page, and it did. So we hit the zipper, it'll take us back to the cover. We can go to January. We know there's some links here on the side that take us to our weeklies. And if we go to this here, we can see that is our second weekly in January. Let's go to February. This should have taken us to our third weekly in February. Where are we? we're here. Here's February 1, 2, 3. So it is a good idea to go through and test all your links because it's really easy to screw them up. I do recommend doing a little test of them. But you can see it's pretty easy to make a planner, just a little bit fiddly, especially if you're like me, you don't use Keynote very often, you have to like relearn how to use it every time. And for some reason my stylus just wants to draw on the page, it doesn't want to actually do anything functional. So, and little things help to make it look so much more realistic, just how we have the tabs moving over when we get to the new month, I think adds like a fun detail. We could have done it with the index sticker tabs up here. There is enough room in the binder to do that, but I didn't bother. Here is my work planner. You can see this is the one I made, and it's pretty much the same style. I took that cover, or that open binder that we used to do the whole insides, and I sort of tucked it on the edge like that, so it still is the planner, but you can see all of these are just my stickers. Like this whole page is just nothing, right? It's blank like the one we made, and then I just decorated it in GoodNotes. I'm doing this for me. I wasn't doing it for anybody else, so I can set up however I like, and so can you. That's the fun part of making your own planner. This is how I was telling you I set up my boxes for my weekly, since it's a work specific planner. But you can see how you can do all sorts of different styles, however you want to have them set up. You can change the thickness of your borders, the colors, and the positioning. Very, very easy. Well, I hope that was helpful. I had fun making it. I love the colors. I love how this all came together, actually. So I hope that was helpful for you. Next week, I will do a little bit more of a planning spread. Before I go, I can show you a quick sneak peek of my January planner. I am feeling super motivated. I committed that January will be the month of the wheelies. Wheelies are weekly and daily planners combined onto one page so that you have everything kind of handy in one spot. So for the week, I set up a weekly spread, and I'm keeping all my stuff in a really compact little planner. And then, where's January 1st? And then I'm tucking that little planner into my daily spread with all my regular daily stuff. So those were my first 2 days of January. I just set up my weekly for this coming week. I love how this one turned out. I used that same keyboard planner, but I put it lengthwise, tallwise, I don't know. And now I'm working on my daily spread for tomorrow, and I will incorporate that keyboard planner into my daily spread. So you have everything kind of at a glance for your week, and then you have room to do all your daily planning. So that is a wheelie, and I will be doing that for all of January, and if I like it, maybe forever. But for now, I am trying it out. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I will be back on Thursday to talk about the Pink Punch Studio new releases. Until then, have a great week. Bye, everybody.